This again? What does free even mean? Here and there, none of that matters. I'm always in a body. I'm always in one place. Why do you act like you know me better than I know myself? I had what I wanted. I had something perfect and it ended. And now that it's gone, you just keep dangling it in front of me. It's more than teasing. It's cruel. It's cowardly. It's selfish. I know what I want, and I'm sick of waiting.
Bloody desire in her eyes. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here. You neatly throw yourself against the locked door, your will to triumph sapped by the burden of knowing what would have happened should you have succeeded. This truly is for the best. Your body pulls taut as her hand wraps around your arm. Before you can even try to pull away, she slams you into the wall, your head bouncing dangerously off the hard stone. Shit. We had a plan. We should have stuck to it.
Why does this feel so empty? Why does it feel so wrong? This isn't how things are supposed to go. This is so cold and disappointing.
Your body still reeling from the impact, your eyes fall on her fist as it drills towards your skull with lethal intent.
I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You run, but you don't run far. I crush you because I have to. Because there is no honesty and mercy. Who lost and who won when you entered my cave? You died on the floor. My soul wept in ways your body couldn't. But in the disappointment of my victory, you gave me a new challenge to face within myself. Without obstacles to overcome, we stagnate into nothing.
Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You bastard.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us. But violence and passion.
I crush you, I bleed you, I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You run and you run far, and the flesh I hurl at you is answered by the empty air of a place I'd never been. Cold and lonely, but also true. I didn't know what to make of my freedom then, but I know what to make of it now. You challenged me, and by challenging me, you gave me purpose. A life without obstacles is no life at all. Oh, we'll see about that. Oh, we'll see about that.
Are you... Okay. The princess barrels into you and smashes your body into the rough stone wall. Why, for the love of everything, did you decide to do that? It doesn't matter, because everything goes dark and you die. Great job.
No, come on, we can't be dead. We didn't even get a chance to fight her.
I'm not the one who decided you should die here. If you have a problem, take it up with the one making the choices. Dead is dead. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
All right, change of plans, no more hesitation, no more dying. We're taking the fight straight to her.
If we had a chance against her, we already missed it, didn't we? She got stronger, and we stayed the same.
We've seen her bleed. Whatever she is, she started out mortal, which means she probably is still mortal, which means we can win. We just didn't take things seriously enough last time.
If that's what you want, then fine. Enjoy being beaten to death again and again and again.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly you've already been here.
Yeah, you think? Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
That's a good point. Everything here is a little off. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs, so you'd better take things seriously.
It feels like you're being pulled in 100 different directions because we've been beaten to death twice.
I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change. Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there. It doesn't matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine. Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch. The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. It doesn't matter. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odour an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned after denying me the salvation of combat? Are you here to gloat? Are you here to mock what I've become? Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live solely in your head? Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me. See how much you can bear to witness the consequences of your actions.
It cuts both ways. We've both hurt each other. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
She's been hollowed out, just like us.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
She's only trying to connect with us. Wouldn't you want to dig for a spark once you lost it? To try to reignite something, even if it hurts?
Time happened. You happened. But none of that matters. We're together again, and I'll have the resolution you denied me.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that.
She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
This is the only way it could have gone, really.
Oh, you are just insufferable, aren't you? Come on, we're better than this.
So, are we dead? No.
Don't think that I'll allow you death here. I've made that mistake before. No, you will suffer until you see in me what I have seen in you. But we do. It's part of who we are. These are the fleshy threads that bind us together. I'll just have to show you.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction.
If you're sorry, then you'll stand and fight. I don't want a sniveling coward. I want to squeeze the life out of a ferocious heart.
She bounds.
No more words. There is only the truth of violence left between us. You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for.
The blade tumbles from your nervous fingers as you stand, arms outstretched, facing the bleeding princess as she barrels towards you. With a horrifying squelch, words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. Instead, all that leaves you is a wet and horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of place. Our metaphorical mouth.
Oh, I didn't leave you a mouth, did I? It's better that way. Words get us nowhere. They aren't music. They aren't dance. They aren't feeling.
Your eye, held far outside your skull by a thin stalk of nerves and viscera, stares back at her in unblinking silence.
Let's see what meaning we can find together. Let's see what we're made of.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see it, you feel it, slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your molecules. The body of a sapient creature has, on average, 30 trillion cells, and each one of those cells is composed of 100 trillion some odd atoms. One of those cells is peeled from the others. 100 trillion atoms are gone.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes, I think. Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4.
This is nothing. Nothing.
8, 16, 32, 64.
Whatever she does to us, we shouldn't hate her. She's been hurt so badly.
128, 256, 512.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
1024, 2048, 4096, 8192.
I feel smaller than before.
16,384, 32,768, 65,536.
You can't just count us into oblivion.
131,072, 262,144, 524,288. What happens when it gets higher? Like, really higher?
Nothing. Just like nothing's happening now.
But something is happening now. Something in us is liquefying. Something that started small but that keeps getting bigger.
1,048,000. The hundreds don't matter anymore.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
2,096,000. 4,192,000. 8,384,000. I don't like this waiting.
Waiting for something to happen. But it's taking so long.
16,768,000. 33,536,000. 67,072,000. Your eyes are useless. 134 million. The thousands don't matter anymore. Your blood begins to go places it shouldn't.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this. We can't let her win.
Fighting the pain is just the same as wallowing in it. This doesn't have to be something where you win or lose. We just have to accept it. Listen to it.
268 million. We don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with liquid. You smell things you shouldn't. You choke on pieces of what used to be you.
Doesn't matter, because we're still alive.
You are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. A square you. A round you. A you with too many legs. A you with many mouths which won't stop screaming. Then all of it pressed into a ball, tightly packed into the size of a fist. What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
You means we exist. There has to still be a way for us to win. Otherwise this would be pointless, and all this torture would be for nothing.
You're right about one thing. It is torture. But it isn't pointless. The whole point is that it's torture.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes.
The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The eyes are plucked. The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
It's okay to let go. Then I'm letting go.
Yes.
You are stretched into a line 12 feet long, then 24, then 48. The line gets thinner as you get longer. A mile. 2, 4, 8.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes.
16, 32, 64.
No.
128.
I'm still here.
You are stretched and stretched and stretched until you are longer than the world itself. You wrap around it again and again and again. A tense line of microcosmic tissue held together by forces that are far too weak for the task they've been given.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
I'm going to stick around. As long as you need me to.
And then the forces disappear. The bonds holding your cells together break. You are 30 trillion little pieces, all of them separate, and all of them falling.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
You sit in these 30 trillion places, each second passing in each of them before you arrive at the next. Each second passing as 1 million years. And so, you wait.
That's all I have.
And then all at once there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate pieces that once were you fall dutifully back into place. You are whole again, and in your body, the body you had before all of this happened, and the princess sits against the wall, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen and disappointed.
You left me, and there's nothing I can do to bring you back.
She's just like us. A piece of her is missing.
The words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. The words don't... The word...
Yes. I think that would be for the best.
Can we even do that? Is death the sort of thing we can just decide to do? You do your best to die, but try though you might, you find yourself unable to perish.
Good, because we're not a quitter.
Yes, hopefully this means there's still a chance for the world here.
Don't you get it? It's too late. We've both changed too much. We're not the challenge she wants anymore. The spark is gone.
I can feel you attempting to slip away. Is that what you want then? Are you so terrified of my desires that you'd prefer any escape at all? Are you so terrified of me that you prefer death to my company? At least you're quiet now. At least you haven't fallen back on words. They aren't music. They aren't dance. At least you're quiet now. At least you haven't fallen back on words. So you are. And yet I still feel so alone. After everything I've done to you, you'd really take me with you? And you did. Go, then.
You turn back towards the stairs, putting the princess forever out of your mind.
Alone.
Maybe going our separate ways is the only way things can ever get better. At least this can be over.
Over? You do know that this really doesn't solve anything, right?
It doesn't have to solve anything.
But this isn't over. She'll find a way out. If you don't turn around and finish this right now, she'll bring about the end of the entire...
And he's gone too. It's just you and me now.
I feel so cold. Is it because you're gone? I don't think either of us knows who we are. There is no world outside of us. And there is no us. And you did.
You turn
Maybe
over.
it doesn't have,
But this...
and he's...
I feel so cold. How? It's all I've known. Then here I stay.
Are you serious? You're just offering her your hand. You cross the room towards the princess, extending your hand to her. Her eyes, deep wells of buried sorrow, meet yours for a moment. You despicable fiend. And then she takes your hand in hers. You're going to end the world, don't you get it? I can't let that happen. I can't let you leave. I have to...
You can't stop us. We've been through enough. You don't scare us.
Fine. You and the princess climb the stairs out of the basement together. In silence.
It's okay. We're almost there.
I'm tired.
I know.
And then you cross the upstairs of the cabin to the door, which you open. And then you step outside and into the ruins of the world you left
behind. He's gone too. It's just the three of us now.
Is this the world? It's so cold.
So the world's gone, she's gone with it. There's only one thing left for you to do here. You need to look at yourself. Whatever you see, it's going to be okay.
Something. Yes, this one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
After everything I've done to you, you'd really take me with you? I don't know. I just wanted something back. Something that was missing. I don't really know what it is. I just know that it's still gone. Different. I am, yes. We're doing all that for such a long time. I'm tired now. Alone? Go, then. I'm sorry. Go, then. I'm sorry. After everything I've done to you, is that really an option? After everything I've done to you, you'd really give me that option? After everything I've done to you, is that really an option?
Right, the blade. After all of that, it's still here, waiting for you. You pick it up off the floor. The princess doesn't look up as you cross the room. Nor does she look up as you bury the weapon in her heart.
Huh. I felt that. It's cold.
So did we. So the world's gone.
With a nauseating sound, the skin tears. You don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming. Still unarmed, you charge towards the princess. It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound. No, that's not. She just did.
Yes. I think that would be...
You're kidding, right? You can't just give up. What do you think you're doing? This isn't fair. This is even worse than deciding not to fight me from the beginning.
Stop moping, you're fine. Now get up.
What are you made of? Tissue paper? I didn't hit you that hard. Is this a trick? Are you tricking me? Because why would you? Why wouldn't you? Ah!
The princess's shoulders tense with fury as she storms towards you. You can see her face flush, her knuckles going white as she clenches her fists, her entire body trembling with a burning rage.
Can't believe you're making me watch this.
Fine. If you want to die like a pathetic little worm, you can die like a pathetic little worm.
I guess I'll see you all next time. She reaches down and grabs you by the throat, lifting your limp form and slamming it forcefully against the wall. Her eyes twitch as her grip tightens around your neck.
She sure is taking her time, isn't she?
Why? Why are you letting me do this? Why are you making me do this? Why won't you fight back? It matters. I like fighting you.
Her grip hardens. You feel a horrific pop in your neck. She releases you, your numb body crumpling to the stone floor as your vision starts to fade.
What am I supposed to do without you?
I guess I'll see you all next time. I can say that now, right? We're dead?
Great. I can't wait to be stuck in this useless body all over again. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
I think I've heard this one before. Does it involve a princess? Are you trying to get us to do your dirty work?
yes, so you've been here before, and died here before.
Yeah. Twice.
And it's going to be a lot more than that if we don't suck it up and actually fight her this time.
You didn't fight her.
She wanted a rematch, and we wanted to see what would happen if we didn't give it to her. She got so very, very angry with us. And you got so very angry with us too. It was amusing.
I'm sorry, you thought that was amusing? I thought we were breaking a cycle of violence. I thought we were practicing pacifism in the face of mortal peril. I thought we were being brave. Heroic, even.
Oh, you're funny. There's no such thing as heroism when you can never truly die. All we did was look at the same old thing from another angle.
Oh, will both of you just shut up?
As we've now established, you've already been here, and based on your behaviour, I think we can all agree that things are not going well. Look, you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
I've never made you do anything you didn't want to do yourself. It'll be interesting to see what happened to her. She was so fiery last time. I wonder if we've managed to douse that flame.
You'd better hope not. I liked her spark.
Hope not. Is that some kind of threat? What could you possibly do to me?
Wouldn't you like to find out, you chilly little freak?
Come on, let's not fight. We've done enough of that already. then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens.
Yeah, but is there something after the end?
How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there.
We've seen the other side, and if you'd really like to know, there's nothing there. A pause, a breath, and then we're back in the woods again.
Good for you. Your opinion on the matter doesn't count.
How convenient. As soon as you get an answer to life's great mysteries, it doesn't count.
Moving on. The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an but that is how it was. Now that's horrible.
It's just meat. If you cut us open, I'm sure we'd look the same inside.
That's why it's horrible.
And that attitude is why you're miserable.
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. A mirror, just to tell.
Oh, you're so impatient. We can look around the meat shack if we want to. It's not like the princess will be leaving without us.
I don't know what to tell you then. What are you trying to say exactly? It means you're hallucinating.
It's just a mirror. What we do with it doesn't really matter.
Do what? You bring your fist crashing down against as if on command. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the stairs leading down. The air is thick. Her voice.
So you've do you? Well, we've.
Oh, we've changed her, have we? I'm intrigued.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted and the princess stands in its center. Muscles.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps. Then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
I like this one. Let's see her do her worst. Let's see if she can make us actually feel something.
Whatever she wants to make us feel, I think it's gonna be bad.
But bad is so much more interesting than numb. Gah! Stop it with all this talk about feelings. The only feeling that matters is the rush of victory.
We don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming. You stand, arms outstretched, facing the bleeding princess as she barrels towards you. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that.
She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
Oh, it's like I said. Our insides do look like the cabin. In the end, we're all just meat. In the end? Just because she's ripped us open doesn't mean this is over.
How is it not over?
Don't think that I'll allow you death here. I've made that mistake before. No, you will suffer until you see in me what I have seen in you.
That's how. It would seem, somehow, that she is keeping you alive.
A challenge, then. Sure. Let's see how far we can take this.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Of course we are.
Then two are peeled away.
This is nothing. Nothing!
8.
Ah, so the waiting is the torture. I do hate dull things.
128.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
1024.
You all feel that? I could have sworn I felt something.
16.
You can't just count us into oblivion.
131.
What happens when it gets higher?
Like, really higher.
We die, probably.
Or nothing happens. Just like nothing is happening now.
1,048,000.
Are you still there?
2,090.
I don't like this waiting. You're going to give up before you even start hurting, aren't you?
16,000,000.
Are you still there?
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can...
If you make this about winning and losing, you're going to lose. You're too connected to your body.
268 million. We don't need to count anymore.
Doesn't matter, because we're still alive.
You are deconstructed. You are reconstructed. A square you, a round you, a you with too many legs.
A you, does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
You means we exist. And if we exist, then there has to be a way for us to win. Otherwise, this would just be pointless. It would all just be pointless torture.
Yes, she's torturing us. That's the whole point of this exchange. Haven't you been paying attention?
Are you still there?
Yes.
The ball is unraveled into the shape of a ball.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
No.
Yes.
You are stretched into a line 12 feet long. Then
Are you still there?
Yes.
16. 64.
No.
100.
I'm still here. I'm still me.
You are stretched and stretched and stretched until you are...
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Do I have to keep answering?
You left me, and there's nothing I can do to bring you back.
Oh. She's been like me this whole time. She's just been hiding it.
Alone.
Then we're done here. It's over. On to the next thing.
Over? You do know that this really doesn't solve anything, right?
We don't need a resolution. We've never needed one. Whatever we are, we're here forever.
But this isn't over. She'll find a way out. If you don't turn around and finish this right now, she'll bring about the end of the entire...
And he's gone too. It's just you and me now.
I feel so cold. Is it because you're gone?
So that's a wrap. I didn't think we'd ever get here. There's only one thing left to do.
You take the blade from the peg. Right, the blade. After all of that, it's still here, waiting for you. You pick it up off the floor. The princess doesn't look up as you cross the room. nor does she look up as you bury the weapon in her heart.
Huh. I felt that. It's cold.
I felt that too. A little. Isn't that something?
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow.
Wait, does that mean we're...
Dead. Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and... it's over. It's finally over. No, it's not. We're just getting started. But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that. Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up. Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive. Ha! I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be... No!
Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect. The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet. You know what to do. Again!
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
Well, I guess I had it wrong.
You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything?
I never said I knew everything. But you did think it, didn't you? I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work. With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage. And then we get up. Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating, and then you get up.
Isn't it?
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a bold heart. Do not mourn her. we will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Thank you for listening to reason. For a second there, I was concerned you'd bought into that stubborn one's madness.
Madness? I'm the only sane one here. I understand what we're supposed to be. The rest of you are in denial.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the base of the stairs. It's time for you to move on to a new, safer chapter of your life.
I'm telling you, she's coming back. She said she's coming back.
She's not.
She is.
She's not coming.
How many different ways of...
Oh, I've got... Can the two of you...
No!
Yes, I told you I'd be back.
What was that?
You know what that was?
Yes. That's the sound of the entire world being shit out of luck.
Are you walking away from me? You didn't think this would work, did you? I can't believe you were just going to leave me here.
You turn around and see the princess stumbling to her feet, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade you buried in her heart.
You're not getting out of this that easy. Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other. Forever.
That's not what's going on. There's an entire...
Don't you all get it? The fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight.
And look at us. We're both so much stronger than we were last time. Think about how much more we can become. Nothing is better than this.
She's right. Imagine how much further we can push each other. Imagine how strong we can be.
I warned you on the stairs, and I'll warn you again. Don't get caught up in emotion. Remember why you're here.
Yeah, I hate using words. They're so clumsy.
You're back.
I meant that nothing else matters. It's hard to describe. It's just a feeling. That it's just us. That when we hurt each other, we're alive. And when that happens, everything else is gone. You feel it too, right? Oh. That makes me angry. No. Frustrated. Wait. Sad. Maybe you can still get it, though, if I show you.
You're walking a thin line, hero.
Is there more to life? When you're not here, I feel empty and alone. When we're not fighting, I feel stuck. Like there's something important I'm supposed to be doing, like I'm being shoved into a space where I don't fit. But when we fight each other, it's like this wave of feeling. Like everything I break in you and everything you break in me is important. Like we're really, truly communicating.
Life is suffering, and we will feel every inch of it, and we will persevere.
Can't say I'm a fan of whatever weird bond those two have. Nor am I. It's dangerous. But maybe you can use it to your advantage.
I don't know what that is, but I hated the sound of it coming out of your mouth. I don't like being crammed into smart-sounding boxes. You're kidding, right? You can't just give up. What do you think you're doing? This isn't fair. This is even worse than deciding not to fight me from the beginning.
Stop.
What are you...
You shakily push yourself to your feet. After the blow you took, it's a miracle you can move, let alone stand, but here you are. Maybe you can actually pull this off. grab the blade from the floor and do your best to scramble up the stairs before the princess can reach you.
You coward.
Oh, no, you don't.
Your broken bones scream in protest, muscles nearly seizing with the shock, and she's so close on your heels you can almost feel her heavy breath steaming the back of your neck. You manage, just barely, to throw yourself over the threshold and slam the heavy stone doors behind you.
Stop. Run.
We're doomed.
In a fit of violence, the princess explodes across the room and you do your best to defend yourself from her onslaught. It's too late. The wounds you accumulated earlier are far too numerous for you to keep pace with her. She is merciless. With every blow comes a bloom of fresh pain, igniting nerves you didn't know you even had, your skin bruising and splitting and bleeding as her fists rain down relentlessly. But thankfully, you won't have to bear this agony much longer. Your body has its limits, and she has found them.
I hate this.
Is that all you have to say? What is this, some sort of trick? Are you tricking me? Why are you just standing there?
No blade this time.
I know. You and the princess have been talking about it. You don't have to be so snarky.
Everything goes dark and we die?
Yes, something like that. Well, don't you have something to say?
Yeah, I quit.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
Alright, change of plans. We're taking the blade this time. Now, why would we ever do that?
Because she absolutely destroyed us?
She sure did, but what a great way to go.
We lost our face.
Yes, it was hilarious. It was horrifying.
Does it matter? We lost.
Oh, why so glum, Rage? Boy, I thought you were brave. I thought you were proud.
Was all that bravado just hot air? Look, it was just... The fight was better the first time. The first time, we had a weapon. Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Yeah, you think? What does here even mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different path than the last one.
That's a good point. Everything here is a little... off. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously. Don't try to lie to me, just please take this seriously.
Agreed. We can't win unless you treat this fight with the gravity it deserves.
The world? If there's a world, I haven't seen it. There's you, and there's me, and there's the ground beneath our feet. Why would I care about ending something I've never seen?
It was only a matter of time, but she's loose. Dear Lord, what do we do?
Oh, if only there was some sort of weapon you could use to fight a world-ending monstrosity.
I wonder where you might find one of those.
Just do exactly what I've been telling you to do since the second we got here. Take the blade, fight her, kill her, and win.
I know. You already told me. I'll be waiting, but you better not be wasting my time.
You make your way back up the stairs to the cabin above. The princess, surprisingly true to her word, lets you leave. The blade remains where you left it, on the wrought iron altar.
pick it up and march back down there. I'm tired of us constantly moving in circles instead of fighting her like we're supposed to. Me, I say that.
Staying up here doesn't solve anything. All it does is kick the can down the road. If you don't deal with her now, she will find a way out. Those doors are made of stone. She's strong, yeah, but is she smashed through stone strong? Wouldn't it be exciting if she was? Here's another idea. What if we just leave? Absolutely not. If you leave, she'll leave, and that'll be the end of everything as we know it. You take the blade from the altar. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon, as I'm sure you're all too aware by now.
I'm tired of waiting. You thought you could just leave me down here, didn't you? But I can feel you trembling on the other side of this door. There's nowhere left for you to run.
Did you pick up the blade just to mess with me? Is your brain that numb to the consequences of all this? Fine. You stay up here. Nothing happens. Are you done? You ready to finally start taking this seriously?
I'm ready to start taking this seriously. Put me in charge.
Oh, how I wish I could, because literally anyone else making decisions would be better than this. But unfortunately, that's beyond the scope of my abilities. Is she really just gonna wait down there forever? She's got to start getting impatient eventually. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of the princess furiously stomping her way up the stairs.
Yes, yes! We're finally going to get our rematch and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
I'm tired of waiting. You thought you could just leave me down here, didn't you? But I can feel you trembling on the other side of this door. There's nowhere left for you to run.
The entire cabin shakes as the princess...
We're fine, right?
Of course we are.
Any second now she's gonna break through that entryway. And we're finally going to get to do what we came here to do.
The impact shakes the cabin. A massive gash splits it. The doors explode outwards. Sharp.
At least you finally have a weapon. Good.
We're doomed.
You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly, her face droops.
There you are. But still no little knife. Do you think this is a joke?
The princess scoffs.
Free? This is just another place. This is just... What is this? Where are we? This doesn't feel right. It's cold. Why is it so cold? I feel so tired.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
All right, change of plans. We're taking the blade this time, and we're not hiding upstairs.
Who cares about the blade? If we had a chance against her, we already missed it, didn't we? She got stronger, and we stayed the same.
Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
And so you've returned. Do you intend to cower and hide again? Or have you finally decided to try and kill me? I think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your body broke and bled against the walls of this temple, it woke something in me. A fight is a song, but there was no music in our conflict. There was no beauty in what we did to each other, and now there's no beauty in me. Come down and see what you've done.
It cuts both ways.
What are you trying to do?
Right? This isn't fun. This isn't interesting. It's...
Is that so? Let's see if you still feel that way once I start beating you.
You don't see the impact. You can't say for sure if you even feel it. But you hear your bones splinter. You can feel your feet leave the floor as you're hurled bodily into the unflinching stone wall.
We're fine. Are we fine? Are we really?
No, you're obviously not fine. Your body is broken.
Enough games. Go upstairs, pick up that knife, and fight me.
Stop.
What are you...
You shakily...
Why are you even asking that? If I wanted you dead, you'd be dead.
Alright, what do we think?
She's telling the truth.
You shouldn't trust her, but it doesn't really matter if she's telling the truth, does it? You need a weapon to do this right. Keep your eyes on her. And don't take her at her word. I'm going to take that silence as a sign that from this moment on, you're going to treat the task before you with the utmost importance and seriousness. I'm so glad that we're finally all on the same page.
Why aren't you saying anything? Is this some sort of trick? Are you tricking me? Or are you really that fragile? Finally! I'll be waiting, but you better not be wasting my time.
Let's get out of here, quick.
The blade's still upstairs. Getting it is the only thing that matters right now.
But you don't get a chance to run for the stairs before the princess, loose from her chains, barrels into you and smashes your body to pieces against the wall. You shouldn't have let her break out of her bindings. Why didn't you listen to me? It doesn't matter.
No. Come on.
Dead is dead, but maybe you'll have better luck next time. I suppose there isn't much I can do to stop you, is there? Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her.
She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You're on a path. If you weren't, fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. So, no, are you...
Exactly. We do exactly what I've been telling you to do since the second we got here. We fight her, we kill her, we win. What are you trying to do, right?
Oh, you cheese. I can't believe you'd go through all the trouble to bring a knife down here and then refuse to use it. Let's see if you still feel that way once I start beating you.
You don't see the impact. Oh, no.
Enough games. Pick up that knife and fight me.
Your eyes, swimming with a concussed delirium, look down in confusion at your now empty hands. It takes you a moment to drag your vision across the floor before you manage to pick it out amongst the stalagmites littering the basement. It's sitting at the princess's feet.
Here, let me lend you a hand.
She bends to the floor and pinches the tip of the weapon between her fingers. She stares down at it in mocking disgust before hurling it towards you. It lands at your feet with a pathetic, tinny clatter.
100? Where are you getting that number? We're talking 4, maybe 5 directions tops. At least for now. I'm sure I can come up with more if you give me enough time.
Then what happens?
Yeah,
How am I supposed...
isn't it your job to know things? Maybe we need a better narrator who can actually answer our questions.
It's my job to guide you through your task and to state the facts of what's happening. That hardly requires omniscience. And besides, I'm the best you're going to get, because I'm the only one here who can do my job.
Good, we're all on the same page.
It isn't long before you...
That's it?
Nope. I'd rather not waste it.
Don't be so hard on yourself. We all wind up in creative ruts now and then. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you could think of something worth telling us.
The interior of the... But that's horrible.
I think it's kind of nice.
The only furniture... The blade is your implement.
We'll need it if we want to do things right.
I say we leave it to rust. Let's not make the same mistake twice. We could have won if we had it last time. Take it. You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
Okay, you picked up the blade, that's fine. We're not taking it with us. Oh? And what do you plan to do with it then? Oh, I don't know, we throw it out the window.
Hell no.
Yeah, what if we need it? We don't need it. We had her up against the ropes last time. Did we?
We were doing great, but a weapon would have been useful.
Are you saying that you don't think we can win this fair and square?
No, I'm just...
Because it sounds to me like you don't think we can win this fair and square.
You know what, fine, I'm with him. We started round 2 with our fists, and that's how we're going to end this. You, annoying one who keeps telling us what to do. We throw the blade out the window.
Are you serious? Can we do that?
It's already done, isn't it?
Yeah, and now you have to describe it to us. Fine. With an unceremonious whoosh, the pristine blade flies out into the night never to be seen again. Your destiny and the destiny of the entire world awaits. Best of luck. You're going to need it.
I don't know. Sounds like we did.
Yes, unfortunately, you did.
Let's just get on with it. I'm itching for that rematch.
Sounds to me like you're not. How fun.
Let's just get on with it.
I guess we can. So you better watch out.
Let's just get on with it.
Into the stairs, the air is her voice.
So you've returned. Do you intend to weakly claw your fingers across my skin? Or have you finally decided to try and kill me properly? I think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your flesh felt grinding beneath my fist, it woke something in me. A fight is a song, but there was no music in our conflict. There was no beauty in what we did to each other, and now there's no beauty in me. Come down and see what you've done.
Do you hear that? Well, sounds like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we can make happen.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
She wants us to be afraid because she wants us to think she can make us suffer. Don't give her the satisfaction.
That's right. No fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Your heart
It's now or never. Let's...
a horrifying squelch. No, that's our stuff. She just did. Unfortunate.
Who needs stuff anyway? Look at us. We might be all over the place, but we're fine.
That's the first thing you've said that's made any sense. We may be down again, but we're not out for the count yet.
Still, you fall to pieces. What is the point of all this power if there's no challenge to using it? This is a numb existence. Don't think you can just quit so soon. Not after all those guts you showed me last time. Let's see what you're really made of. Maybe we can find where your courage decided to hide away.
8.
Oh, is this a waiting game now?
I hate waiting games. 100 and...
Are you still there?
1,000.
Yeah, we get it. There's a lot of numbers in us for you to count.
60.
You can't just count.
131. What happens when it gets higher?
I don't know. They'll probably get even higher. There's a lot of numbers out there.
1 million.
Are you still there?
2 million. I don't like this waiting.
Yeah.
I'm out.
16 million.
Are you still there?
There's the pain. I can feel it now.
2.
Doesn't matter.
You are... What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
You means we exist. If we exist, then there has to be a way for us to win. Otherwise, this would just be pointless. It would all just be pointless torture.
Are you still there?
Yes.
The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body.
Are you still there?
No.
Yes.
You are stretched in...
Are
Yes.
60. 60.
No.
And then, all at once, there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate threads that once were you fall dutifully back into place. You are whole again, and in your body, the same body you arrived in. The princess stands before you, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen.
After all that, why do I still feel so empty? If only you could see what I see. If only you could remember what I remember. If only you weren't so weak. If only I could make you better. But maybe I can.
She stands, arms outstretched, neck craned, gaze transfixed on something unseen above you both.
This will all be worth it. It has to be.
You are unwound again. But it's different this time. Nothing slithers into your cells. You can feel something changing inside of you. But you see her changing too. Threads, strands of you, becoming pieces of something new. Something that's both you and her. Oh no, absolutely not. You have to stop this. Do you hear me? You have to stop this, or the entire world ends.
There doesn't have to be distance between us anymore. You feel it too, don't you? No, this isn't right. I feel cold.
Something finds me. I think that we are Yes. Nerves and fibers. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. Though the ribbons of your unraveled body struggle to coordinate, you manage to put one foot forward.
Oh, so there is some challenge left in you. Let's see how long it takes to crush it.
The princess clenches her fist, and as her knuckles tighten, even more of you becomes undone. Your skin is flayed, your fatty tissue torn from your muscles.
What are you? You're clearly not your skin.
Why would we ever be just our skin? We lost so much of it last time. We're obviously more than that. Who cares? I don't like not having skin. It hurts.
The pain doesn't matter. Just keep walking. She can't stop us if we don't let her. No, come on. It's just skin. What's wrong with you?
And just when I was starting to get a little excited. Don't think you can just quit so soon. Not after all those guts you showed me last time. Let's see what you're really made of. Maybe we can find where your courage decided to hide away.
Still you push on, placing one disaster of a foot in front of the other.
Perhaps muscle is where you dwell.
She smiles, and again her will tears at you. Muscle untethers from bone. But
But we need that. We can't do anything if we don't have muscle.
Okay, Mr. Anatomy, I hear you.
But have you considered how neat it would be if we still kept walking towards her without it?
Yes, yes, do it. Show her how tough we really are.
Boo! Boo!
Yeah, what he said. Boo!
Oh, don't boo us. We're just following the rules of reality. Yeah, well, the rules of reality suck. I want something better. I want a rewrite.
Oh, I thought you were something more. There must still be some spirit left in you. We just have to find it in all that meat and bone. This will hurt.
You shamble on, a mass of organs suspended in bone, all held together by the thinnest strands of connective tissue.
I really thought that losing your muscle would be the end of you. This is exciting. We're in uncharted depths. I can't wait to see how much more of you I can take before you finally stop moving.
The less that remains of your body, the more fiercely your spirit struggles against that of the princess. But her power is immense. As your organs slip from between your ribs, she takes another step back. Only now, there is nowhere left for her to go. She's within your reach, if only you have the determination to reach her.
Of course we have determination. We made it this far, didn't we?
What does this make us? How can we lose so many vital parts of who we are and still be here? The exact same way we lost every piece of ourselves twice before. Have you forgotten that we've literally died? Twice.
Come on. One more step. Do it. Hit me. Show me what you're made of.
Boo!
Yeah, what he said. Boo!
Hey, don't boo us. We've been cheating the rules of reality for too long. We should have given up already. It sucks being like this. Yeah, well, the rules of reality are boring. I want something better. I want a rewrite.
No! No! You don't get to die on me now! Not after you've shown me so much of what you're capable of! We're going to keep digging until we find that spark of resistance and reignite it! I know it's still in there somewhere, and finding it is going to hurt so much!
Your skeletal hand shoots towards her heart, but the closer it gets, the more brittle it becomes. Flakes of bone are peeled away, exposing the marrow, and the marrow melts, exposing nerves, and the nerves are stripped raw. Until what? I think he gave up on us.
Figures. He always seemed weak to me.
In the end, you're nothing. Just like what's left of me.
But we're still here, aren't we?
Which means we aren't finished.
What are we supposed to do? Hit her with nothing? Yes.
Huh. I felt that.
We actually did it.
We actually won.
I always knew we had it in us. But what are we going to do with ourselves now?
It's cold.
She's gone.